weekend. Alex Hildebrand with it, left wing.
Offense and pulls it back out. 8 seconds to shoot for Case. Summers with it. Left side. Top of the key to Reed Anderson. 4 seconds to shoot. Reed dribbles in. Left side. Off the glass and good. Reed Anderson with 7 points. He had 5 in the first half. Case is up 13. It's 38-25. Just underway here in the second half. Steal in the front court by Case. Alex Hildebrand stepped in a passing lane, picked one off. Brian Urs has it right wing for Case. They'll set that Spartan offense. Left side, Alex Hildebrand dribbles left baseline, working against Jensen. Shots blocked, and here comes NYU with the basketball. Bringing it up will be Omar Meziab. Meziab had 2 quick fouls in that first half. We didn't see much of him after that. He's back in the game now for NYU. Stein with it. Hands it off to Becker. They swing it left side to Jensen. Now back to Becker. Top of the key, it's Andy Stein. Stein with Dorr on him. 12 seconds to shoot for NYU. Omar Meziab dribbles in the lane. Right-handed layup off the glass, missed it. And Eric Dorr comes down with a rebound. Dorr kicks it off to Brian Urs, and here comes Case. Spartans up 13, it's 38-25. Eric Dorr with it, swings it left side, Alex Hildebrand. Hildebrand top of the key to Urs. Brian Urs with 5 first half points. Reed Anderson, left-hand dribble, pulls the ball up above his head, gets it to Dorr at the foul line. The give and the go, they don't get the go, but Alex Hildebrand keeps it right wing. Alex tries to get it down on that right block, being pressured by Becker. Good defense. 7 seconds to shoot for Case. Top of the key, Summers from about 18 feet, and he makes it. Tom Summers, who averages a double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds a game, has 8 points so far this afternoon and 5 rebounds. So he's on his way to another double-double.
We got to like that, Ron. 8 players in the scorebook. Nobody in double figures yet. Really spreading it around. Everybody taking responsibility.
Case just stole the basketball as NYU was careless with it on a pass. Here comes Reed Anderson on the break. All the way by Reed, off the glass, drew the foul, and he'll be at the line shooting 2. Missed the shot, but he'll get a chance at 2 at the foul line. Fouls on Andy Stein, and that will be Andy's first. Team first in the second half for NYU. At the line is Reed Anderson, a 77% foul shooter. Anderson eyes the first. It's up and it's good. Reed Anderson with 8 points. Anderson, a junior, 6'6" guard out of Avon Lake. Went to St. Edward High School.
Eagles with a big win last night, Ron.
Over Mentor. Now, did Mentor's starting shooting guard, their top scorer, did he play in that game?
Yes, he did. Hurt. Yeah, he did play and gave fits to the Eagles all night, hitting from the outside. In fact, that quick team from Mentor, very, very good squad.
Anderson missed the second free throw. NYU comes down on the break, and they throw the basketball away, so Case will get it back. Timeout on the floor. We'll take 1, 2. Spartans up 16. It's 41-25, 17-23 left to play. We'll be back on the Case Broadcasting Network.
Fans need your house fixed up or looking to rent a beautiful fixed-up house? Riley Painting and Contracting has been fixing up old houses for over 30 years. Visit RileyPainting.com for more information.
(41-25), Case Western on top of NYU. 16-point lead for the Spartans with 17 minutes to play here in the second half. Case went on a 15-2 run to rebound from a 12-4 early deficit and have never really looked back since, and on a 5-0 run to open up the second half, Ron.
You look at the University Athletic Association standings as we head into Sunday's contest. Washington University's in first place, 7 wins, 1 loss in the conference. NYU and Brandeis are in second place right now at 5-3, along with Emory. And Case is at 2-6. Rochester, Chicago, they're both at 4-4. And Carnegie Mellon bringing up the bottom end at 0-8. But holy smokes, Carnegie Mellon has had a bunch of tight games this year. They lost by a couple to Case. They lost by 2 and 1 to NYU. So they're a talented basketball team. They just can't get on the winning side of things.
Well, it tells you the top to bottom that in a league like the UAA, you're going to have a team that's going to have to be 8th. Somebody's got to be 8th in the league. And NYU or Carnegie Mellon is 8th. They're 0-8, but that's not indicative of how they played or how deep this conference truly is.
Brian Urs and Eric Dorr had a shot out off the inbounds play, and both missed it. And NYU comes the other way and misses a shot, and Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. So
another one-shot possession for NYU. Case had 16 offensive rebounds or defensive rebounds.
Andy Stein just knocked one out of bounds off of the pass from Reed Anderson. So Case will have the basketball with 28 seconds to shoot. 16:51 left to play in this basketball game. Summers with it. Over to Urs, right wing. Urs with Becker on him. Now along the right block, it's Eric Dorr working against Stein. Left-handed turnaround shot. Front of the rim won't go. Summers with the rebound. Back up and in. Tom Summers has 10.
So Case working both ends. That offensive rebound turning into points. Defensive rebound allowing NYU only one shot.
NYU with the basketball. They work the ball down the floor, throw up a three in the air by Yaffe. He missed it. And Summers got the rebound. Off to Urs. Kicks it out. Reed Anderson from three. It's good. Reed Anderson in front of that Case bench just hit a three. He's got 11, and Case is up 21. It's 46-25, 16:10 left to play.
NYU is yet to score here in the second half. It's 10-0 to start the second half for Case.
NYU 9 of 28 from the field, 2 of 12 from three-point range. They're shooting 32% overall.
And the rebounding is now 28-12, Case's advantage.
That Case defense, that perimeter defense has been great, and the boxing out inside has been equally as good. Stein with it at the foul line, kicks it back out. They go right corner. In the corner, it's Meziev. He threw the ball away. Eric Dorr reached in the passing lane and deflected the ball, and Reed Anderson came up with it. Anderson dribbles down, hands it off to Urs, back to Reed. Dribbles left in the lane, left-handed layup off the glass, won't go. And down with the rebound is Yaffe. Carl Yaffe, a 6'8" freshman, averaging 5 rebounds a night. Pulls that one down. Becker will hand it off to Meziev. Meziev left side, top of the key now to Keith Jensen. Jensen right over to Derek Becker. They work it in the block. Tom Summers stepped up, picked it off, and they're going to call a foul on Summers. They'll say he held Carl Yaffe.
That's a nice battle, and you're going to see that for years to come, with Summers being a sophomore and Yaffe just a freshman. Both of them are going to be very good players in this league.
NYU head coach Joe Nesci wants a timeout. We'll take one too. Spartans are up 21. It's 46-25, 15 minutes left to play. We'll be back after this.
Intercontinental Hotel, Cleveland. Call today and ask about the Get Your Motor Running Getaway package starting at only $149 per night plus tax. That's the Intercontinental Hotel Cleveland, a proud sponsor of Case Athletics.
So where do these teams go from here? Well, for Case, they'll have 5 games left after the season, after today's game. Case with 10 wins. If they can win today, Ed, that's 11. Now, in the Coach McDonald era, the best overall season they've ever had is a 12-win season. They were 12-13 in 2006. So if they can get a win today, they are 1 win away from tying that personal best for Coach McDonald with 5 games left to play.
And again, those are winnable games down the stretch as well. And Carnegie Mellon, who they've played tight, and Emory's a team that could give them fits up and down the floor, but those are 5 competitive games, and Case has a legitimate shot to win all of them.
They've got Rochester at home, Emory at home, then they hit the road to end the season at WashU, Chicago, and then they finish up in Pittsburgh against Carnegie Mellon.
Well, that WashU game at the WashU Fieldhouse may be a true test, but
15 minutes, 9 seconds left to play. Case with a 21-point lead. It's 46-25. NYU with the basketball. Becker has it in front of Nesci and that violet bench. Nesci working the officials right now on the sideline. He's been around for a long time, 22 years, nearly 400 wins. 3 in the air, left wing, missed it. Meziev with the long rebound, though, for the Violets. Becker has it left wing. Over to Jensen. Between the circles. Now Poland into Stein. 2 big players in for NYU now, 2 post players. Meziev, right wing, dribbles in, pulls up, right-handed shot, short. And Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. Here comes Brian Urs on the break to Alex Hildebrandt, lays it up and in.
Oh, well, go ahead. Hey, Ron.
Alex Hildebrandt has 4. Case is up 23.
I was going to say that Hildebrandt only played 5 minutes in that first half. Hildebrandt's going to have some fresh legs here in the second half. He'll be able to run down some defenders.
So it's Becker and Jensen out top for NYU right now. And Becker has it left wing. Over to Jensen. They swing it to Poland. Now to Stein. Quick passes. Stein, turnaround shot inside. Missed it. And Summers comes down with a rebound. Summers down the floor. Here comes Case to Reed Anderson. Anderson left wing in front of the Case bench. Dribbles in, draws the defense out to Hildebrandt left corner. Alex will dribble it back out, hand it to Anderson. They swing it right side to Brian Urs. Case is up 48-25. 13:40 left to play opening half. Summers top of the key with Poland on him. Now Urs right wing. Lob pass over to Reed Anderson. Fakes left, dribbles right into the lane. Stops, turns around, passes it off to Summers. 16-footer, short. And Meziev down with a rebound. Off to Becker. Here comes NYU.
The Violets are yet to score here in the second half, Ron.
Meziev, 3 in the air, missed it, left. Coach Neshy just kind of threw his arms up in the air. He shares the frustration of his team. They're shooting 29% from the field for the game, 9 of 32 overall. Case has the basketball and a big lead, 23 points with 13 minutes left to play.
That's 0 for 7 in the second half as well, Ron.
Dorr, left block, working hard against Stein, shot off the glass and good. Eric Dorr has 6 points. Case is up 25, 50-25. Down the floor, Jensen with it, draws the defense, kicks it out. Becker swings it to Meziev. They go left side to Poland and back to Omar Meziev. Omar Meziev from Tucson, Arizona. It won't be long, about a week away. Tucson, Arizona will be a very active place. And there is the first basket of the second half. Keith Jensen just hit a jumper from the top of the key. It is 50-28. Case is up 22. 12:22 left to play. Summers with it for Case. Left side, Reed Anderson in front of the Case bench. It's a 3. He missed it short. Jensen comes down with a rebound. Jensen, right corner to Meziev. Swings it out to Poland. Looks inside to Stein. Still looking at Stein. Then goes top of the key to Jensen. They'll go left side to Derek Becker. Couple of Case players, couple of NYU Violets ready to check in. Next change of possession. Andy Stein, how'd he do that? The left-hander from top of the key, that's a 3. He's got 6. Case is up 19. 11:40 left to play. Urs dribbles with it for Case, down the door, left block. Eric's gonna get double teamed by Meziev and Stein. Kicks it out to Urs, they swing it to Reed Anderson. Reed dribbles in, left-handed shot was blocked, and a whistle and a foul. Jensen's gonna draw the foul. Keith Jensen will have his 3rd foul. 2 shots for Reed Anderson coming up. Anderson 3 of 4 this afternoon from the foul line.
Well, you can finish your story on Tucson there, Ron, and the activity that's set to begin in about 10 days or so.
Well, we were talking about Omar Meziev, who comes from Tucson, and of course spring training will start for the Indians and lots of clubs in Arizona and Florida in about a week. I think pitchers and catchers report next week.
Yeah, I think it's the 15th or 16th they're due on site.
Love that time of the year. Reed Anderson eyed the first, made it. Second one is up, and this one's also good. Used to love heading out to Tucson to cover the Indians in spring training, and then when they went to Winter Haven, it was okay, but it wasn't Tucson.
Yeah, so you had the opportunity to go to both places and experience the difference between Arizona and the middle of nowhere Winter Haven.
And that was one of the beauties of Winter Haven. If you wanted to get lost, you could. But Tucson was just the mountains and just the beauty, and it's just a nice place to visit. Case is up 21, 52-31. Pass inside, blocked by Dorr. Eric Dorr with a block shot. Eric on the season leads this team with 40 blocks. Case coming the other way. They feed it to Dorr, left block. Eric along the left of the lane, turnaround shot off the back of the rim, won't go, and Poland comes down with a rebound. Poland down the floor for NYU. He's got the ball right corner. NYU with lots of subs in right now. Stockmall's back in. Lavon's back in. He's got the ball top of the key, left-hand dribble. Kicks it off to Stockmall. Actually, that's Jensen with it. Left-hand baseline layup and in. Keith Jensen with his first basket of the second half. Only 2 baskets in the second half. 2 shots from the field by NYU.
Jensen gave Case fits last weekend, and then in New York, Spartans done a nice job of containing him this afternoon.
Case is up 19. It's 52-33. They work it inside. Reverse layup by Rob Scott. Spartans 10-9 on the season, coming off a very big win on Friday night against Brandeis, ranked 19th in the country. NYU have won 4 games in a row, a 3 in the air by Jensen from the right wing. He knocks it down. NYU looking for a foul, didn't get it. Keith Jensen's got 9. Violets come into this game on a 4-game win streak. They're 14-5 on the season. Timeout for Coach McDonald. We'll take one too. Spartans up 18, 54-36, 9:40 left to play. We'll be back on the Case Broadcasting Network.
Emerson taking it.
You know, Ed, I'm looking over this NYU roster, and there's another baseball connection. Corey Stockmall, who has played in this game for NYU, is from Watertown. And why is that a baseball connection?
Isn't that an old Cleveland Indians affiliate?
Yep.
The
old Cleveland Indians minor league affiliate, single A.
In the New York Penn League.
You know, if you're a baseball fan, you ever want to go on a neat trip, just go upstate New York and drive from small town to small town during the summer. There's baseball all over.
Yeah, the New York Penn League got a lot of small little towns involved in that.
Off the timeout, a inbounds play stolen by NYU, and Glavon actually went the other way and laid it up and in, so he's got his first 2 of the afternoon.
And the Mahoning Valley Scrappers are part of that New York Penn League for the Indians now, Ron. And that's a nice little place out there in Warren.
Brian Erst, 3 in the air, right wing missed it. And Jensen comes down with a rebound for NYU. Now Case was up, was it 22?
Case led by 25, 50 to 20.
The lead's down to 16 with a chance to make it 14. They just threw the basketball away. Dorr picks it up for Case. Here comes Mulholland on the break for Case. Mulholland right side, Brian Erst, need it. In and out. Brian Erst had the 3, it went out. Reed Anderson just saved it. Colin Mulholland picks it up. Mulholland draws the defense, kicks it into Dorr, and the ball was kicked. Actually, Dorr was pushed by Devin Karch. And Karch is going to draw his first foul.
And Joe Nessie's ready to come out of his shirt down at the other end of the table.
NYU on a 4-game win streak coming into this game. They beat Rochester 78-75, Carnegie Mellon 59-57, Case 78-72, and then Carnegie Mellon again last night, or Friday night, 59-58. So they've won 4 in a row, and all of them have been tight basketball games. Colin Mulholland has it for Case, left side, lob pass into Dorr, or actually it's Tom Summers. Summers with it off the left block, and Tom Summers has his 12th point of the afternoon. Summers with 12 points, 8 rebounds. Averaging 14 and 10 on the season, the sophomore from Franklin Regional High School. Poland to Glavon, top of the key for NYU. Case still in that 2-3 zone that they ran so well on Friday night against Brandeis.
Come on, Colin! Good job, Brian!
Brian Erst stepped in the passing lane, out front in that 2-3 zone, intercepted the pass, went the other way with it. Brian Erst has 7 on the layup.
And quickly back out to 20 for Case.
Glavon with it in the backcourt, goes to the forecourt, working with Stockmall. Now Poland's going to shoot a 3, a long 3, missed it. And Tom Summers comes down with a rebound. Summers off to Mulholland, here comes Case. Mulholland, left side, Reed Anderson, fakes left, goes right, dribbles in, draws it out, kicks it out. Brian Erst, top of the key, 22-footer, it's short. Long rebound out to Stockmall. Here comes Stockmall. Getting pressure from Erst. Stockmall dribbles right, dribbles in, loses the dribble, kicks it out, right corner. And NYU is going to bring it back out and set it. Glavon, left-hand dribble, steps up inside the lane and knocks it down. DJ Glavon from about 18 feet. He's got 5. Nessie wants a timeout. We'll take one too. Case up 18. 7:15 left to play. Stay tuned. We'll be back on the Spartans Broadcasting Network. In the heat of a minor league baseball New York Penn discussion here on a cold February basketball afternoon, talking about the Williamsport minor league team who Mike Hargrove used to manage when it was the Williamsport Bills, long before Hargrove ever became the manager of the Indians and took them on that great run during the from 1994 to about 2004. I wore my Williamsport Bills baseball cap to a Browns football game one time, working the sidelines, and it says Bills across the front. Browns fans thought I was a Buffalo Bills fans. They threw dog bones at me. Lesson 1.
Lesson learned, right?
Yeah. Case inside scores as Ed and I wax poetic about minor league baseball. Here comes NYU the other way. Poland with it, missed a shot. Summers comes down with a rebound. Spartans are up 20. It's 60-40. 6:38 left to play.
Reed Anderson with that last bucket at 15, looking for more.
Threw up a 3, missed it. Poland gets the long rebound. 6:25 left to play. Case with a commanding 20-point spread right now. It's 60-40. Glavon with it right side. To Stockmall, back to Glavon. They'll play catch out top. And they'll bring Jensen in the game. Jensen dribbles left baseline. Reverse layup from the right side. And Keith Jensen makes it. He's got 11. Jensen on the season from San Diego, a 15-point average per game. Top scorer for NYU. Case with the basketball. Mulholland with a nice feed inside to Sudas. Evan turns around from the right side and lays it up and in. Evan Sudas off the bench with 10 points for Case this afternoon. Had 8 in the first half. Getting ready to come in for Case is Antoine Coward. Antoine, a 6'3" senior guard out of Washington, D.C. Stockmall with a 3 from the top of the key, missed it, and Reed Anderson comes down with a rebound. Down the floor to pass to Tom Summers, couldn't handle it, goes out of bounds, and that will bring in Coward off the bench for Case. Antoine will check in for Colin Mulholland. Mulholland's out with 3 first half points.
23, 25, 33.
Antoine Coward, a 6'3" senior guard out of Washington, D.C. Seed Charter School in D.C. Boy, I bet you when Antoine called home this week, he said, son, we got a few inches of snow here.
You can't come to the phone right now. We're digging out of 2 feet.
Some say the snow in Washington got up to the phone lines. Of course, an exaggeration, but nonetheless, that's how much snow they got.
Well, the president called it Snowmageddon.
NYU worked it inside to Devin Karch. He missed a shot, but he was fouled. He'll get 2 foul shots at the line. Karch's first free throw is up and good. Second free throw is also up, and it is also good. So it's 62-44. Case is up 18 with 5:15 left to play. Ed. Rob Scott brings it up for Case, knocked over at half court. Scott still down on the floor. Ball's loose, tying it up. Looks like a wrestling match. Scott and Omar Meziev.
Looked like both of them had more arms and bodies than they had ball in between them.
Tied it up. Possession arrow goes NYU's way. So NYU will bring it up. Meziev off to Glavon. Glavon with the dribble, top of the key. Antoine Coward out front in that 2-3 zone with Rob Scott. Now Meziev. They're going to swing it over to Glavon, back to Meziev. Scott with pressure, kicks it out. Ben Dorman also in the game for NYU. Kicks it back to Meziev. 3 in the air by Omar, and he makes it. Meziev has 5. Case is up 15. Closest that NYU has gotten in a few stretches here. Reed Anderson in the backcourt, double team, ball's loose again, ball's loose still. Rob Scott comes up with it, stays down so he doesn't get called for traveling. They work the ball down the floor to Sudas, back to Reed. He's going to throw up a 3, and he misses it. Summers comes down with a rebound, kicks it out, but on his way down, he threw it wildly, and Karch picked it up. Here comes NYU. Karch over to Glavon. Violets with a chance to draw within 12. Missed 3 by Meziev. Ball tipped, ball's live. Karch controls underneath against Summers, lays it up, missed the shot, gets his rebound, missed that, and Tom Summers comes down with a rebound. Big miss that time by NYU.
Yeah, 2 big misses inside. Had a clean look at a 3 to Meziev, and then Karch with 2 easy layups, missed them both.
Tom Summers from 18 feet just inside the line, missed it. Sudas got the rebound, his follow didn't go. But he was fouled. So Evan Sudas will go to the line, he'll shoot 2. Fouls on Omar Meziev, that's his 3rd. For Sudas, first trip to the foul line this afternoon. First one's up and it's good. Sudas is 11, averaging 4 points, 4 rebounds. Evan was the starter who was replacing Tom Summers when Summers was hurt. And Evan got a lot of great playing time, good experience. Now having him off the bench looks very nice for Case. Sudas makes them both. He's got 12. Spartans up 17, 3:45 left to play. Quickly down the floor, the Violets are going to let it fly from three-point land. Yaffe did it, and he made it. He's got 8. Carl Yaffe, the 6'8 freshman out of Bethesda, Maryland. Spartans up 15, 3:30 left to play. Case trying to go to 11-9 on the season and 3-6 in conference play, including a 2-game win streak as they knocked off Brandeis on Friday night. Coward with a shot, left wing missed it. Meziev with the long rebound, down the floor to Glavon. Glavon up to Meziev. Meziev went up and down, handed it off to Karch. Karch tied up inside, kicks it out to Glavon, and NYU is going to bring it back out. Approaching 3 minutes left. Case up 14. Long 3 in the air by Yaffe, missed it. Long rebound. Reed Anderson steps up and grabs it.
The Spartans need to slow it down here. No hurry. Take some time. Set an offense.
Foul in the backcourt by Yaffe. Reached over and grabbed Brian Urs as he dribbled by.
Well, and NYU still has a couple to give before Case will shoot foul shots.
One more. They've got 16 fouls. NYU trying to keep the seconds from ticking off that clock. 2 minutes and 55 seconds left. Antoine Coward will check back out of the game. Colin Mulholland's back in. And a whistle in the backcourt.
Shot clock did not reset with the foul. They had it still set at 29 seconds. The shot clock needs to be at 34, I believe, after the inbound and whistle.
Still discussing.
Well, the foul in the backcourt should set the...
Butler.
And that's exactly what they've done. They put 35 seconds on the shot clock. So the ball will be out for Case. It'll be Colin Mulholland, Reed Anderson, and Brian Urs in the backcourt for the Spartans.
And added 2 seconds to the game clock, back to 2:55.
Good, go.
Anderson has it with Jensen on him. Anderson over to Colin Mulholland. Meziev guarding him tightly. Top of the key to Sudas. Ball fake left, dribbles right. Shot up. It's short, but he was fouled. So Evan Sudas will go to the line. He'll shoot 2. Fouls on Carl Yaffe. 2 fouls on Carl Yaffe and Sudas at the line where he's 2 of 2 this afternoon. Third shot is up and this one's long. Evan Sudas, a freshman, sees a lot of playing time. Rob Scott, a freshman, sees a lot of playing time. Sudas makes the second. Tom Summers, a sophomore, maybe the best player on this team. Some youth here that is really playing well for Case.
Back. Shooters, bounce.
Spartans up 15, 2:35 left to play. Glavon and Jensen working the ball left side. Now he's going to bring it to the right. Over to Andy Stein, left block. Cuts across the lane, turns around with a left-handed hook, missed it, and Sudas comes down with a rebound. Sudas off to Brian Urs. Here comes Case.
You heard Coach McDonald say just relax.
Top of the key, it's Eric Dorr, swings it left side to Reed Anderson. Now it's Urs. Case contentious to take time off the clock. And a foul out front, as NYU will do for the next 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Blocking foul, but we're in the bonus situation, so Case is going to go to the line. Urs shooting the 1-and-1. 4 fouls on Keith Jensen. Jensen will take a seat along with Omar Meziab. Jensen's out 4 fouls and 11 points. Meziab will take a seat, 3 fouls, 5 points. Devin Karch has come back in. He's got 2 points for NYU, and it's Brian Urs at the foul line. Urs's first free throw is up, and it is good. Brian, a perfect 4 of 4 on the afternoon from the foul line. Tom Summers will check out. Rob Scott will take a seat. Scott will take a seat with 5 points, 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Tom Summers is back in. He's got 12 points. And Brian Urs makes both free throws. He's got 9. So Case is back up 17 as we approach the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes left to play. Game 1 of a doubleheader today. The ladies will tip off at approximately 2 o'clock as they host NYU. Glavon, 3 in the air from the right wing, missed it. And Brian Urs comes up with a rebound. Case looking to go 11-9 on the season, 3-6 in conference play. And that 11 wins will be 1 shy of a personal best for Coach McDonald in his 7 years here.
Back-to-back wins in conference play against Brandeis and NYU, Ron.
Reed Anderson out near the scorer's table, fouled out near the scorer's table, and fouled by Kyle Stockmall.
And a couple of impressive wins. The Brandeis win at one point in that game. They led by 11 or maybe 13 in that game. They held on at the end, but again had a 13-point lead today, led it by as many as 25 against NYU.
Reed Anderson makes the front end of the 1-and-1. Well, I mean, NYU beat Brandeis by 12 early in the season. Lost by 3 at Wash U, and that's a tough place to play. So this is a very talented basketball team. And Case is taking them to the woodshed today.
Well, and NYU's been living on the edge the last 2 weekends. They've had 3 close games, 3 that could have gone either way, and today looked like they just were unprepared for what Case had to bring.
Anderson made both foul shots. NYU comes down the other side, and a cutter in the lane was Carl Yaffe. Tried to throw up a layup left side. He was fouled. So Yaffe's going to get 2 free throws. Fouls on Eric Dorr. That's 2 for Dorr. Dorr's got 6 points, 2 fouls. At the line, shooting 2 will be Carl Yaffe. Yaffe, a 69% foul shooter. Eyes the first and makes the first. Yaffe's got 9 points. His season average is 10. He'll look for that on this free throw. Carl Yaffe doesn't get 10 points. It rattles around and falls out, and Dorr comes down with a rebound. Here comes Case with 1:11 left in the game. Spartans up 18. Urs to Dorr. Eric using his body to protect the basketball. Nice job off to Reed Anderson now in front of the scorer's table. 1 minute, 60 seconds left to play in this basketball game. Anderson with Stockmall on him. Reed's going to pull it back. 10 seconds to shoot, 50 seconds on the game clock. Anderson dribbles. Right side, spins back, goes to Sudis. 4 seconds to shoot. Evan dribbles in against defense, misses it, gets his follow, missed that. Got another rebound. They're going to bring it back out. 39 on the game clock, 30 on the shot clock. Case is on their way to their 2nd win in a row in conference play. It will be a celebrated weekend here at the Veal Center for the Case men's team, because they knocked off Brandeis on Friday night, and they're about 22 seconds away from beating NYU. Reed Anderson with the basketball with Stockmall on him. Reed Anderson dribbles left, dribbles in, going to bring it back out near half court. 6 seconds to shoot. Reed Anderson dribbles in, passes it out. Brian Urs, 3 from the right corner, missed it. Tipped by Sudis, that was missed. NYU with the rebound, 3 seconds, 2, 1, and there's the buzzer. And this ball game's over. 69-51. Case has knocked off